Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching BAM, the Political Vigilante. Folks, we've been demonetized for 2.5 years. Please support what we're doing. You're going to see the scroll below. You can donate at Venmo. You can donate at patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. They pay us in their own native currency, the Ray token, and they don't censor us, which I love. I also have a P.O. box if you go to grahamelwood.com to support the show. I have merchandise you can buy. There's a lot of great ways to support the show. And one of the things we've talked about, and one of the reasons I think I've been censored, is because I'm a big proponent of Bitcoin. Why am I a proponent of Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin specifically, other cryptos, other altcoins are like securities. They're like stocks. Bitcoin is what we would call a commodity, like gold or silver. Bitcoin gives regular people, for the first time in history, a chance to empower themselves and get out of the grip of the capitalist oppressive central banks and the IMF and places like that. We've talked a lot on this show about how El Salvador, thanks to their president Bukele, made Bitcoin its national currency in September of 2021. In that 2 years, a little less than 2 years, he's arrested a bunch of the drug cartel people, and he has pulled people out of poverty. And he's made it not according to me, the safest country in Latin America. And also what they're getting into is mining for that country, which will give that country its own wealth and not be subject to sanctioning. I think Cuba is getting off the US dollar, and they're going to start all these, when this happened, when El Salvador said this, I said, all these countries in Latin America that are dealing with sanctions, Venezuela, Cuba, they're going to go to Bitcoin if they should. They're smart. And one of the criticisms we always hear of Bitcoin, it's bad for the environment, it's bad for the environment. Well, I showed you on this show about a year or so ago that there are green energy mining projects, like the Navajo Nation here in North America is using solar-powered Bitcoin mining. Well, there's a volcano in El Salvador, and they want to use, sustainable energy to power the mines. So just to backtrack, if you're new to Bitcoin or don't quite understand it, to create a Bitcoin, you need to have computers do a bunch of mathematical equations to mathematically mine Bitcoin. And there's a hash rate. And so the criticism has been made by people that don't know what they're talking about, or who are paid to be critical of Bitcoin by the banking industry, like Liz Warren, or people who are just rich off of traditional money, so they don't care about empowering the 2.5 to 3 billion unbanked people in the world, like Bill Maher. So I say it's bad for the environment. So I've done videos on how traditional banking uses so much more energy, it's insane. So the Bitcoin mining is bad for the environment. So now they're doing green energy Bitcoin projects. And what just got passed, the Volcano Energy in El Salvador, they just announced this. El Salvador sets the stage for 1 billion Bitcoin mining project with Volcano Energy. This is amazing. In a significant development for the cryptocurrency industry, a group of Bitcoin entrepreneurs announced the establishment of Volcano Energy, a private Bitcoin mining project fueled by a renewable energy generation park. And hey, world, hey, individuals, look into Bitcoin mining and see if you could do it yourself. Get a solar panel. There's now a thing called a heat bit, which is a little space heater. You can get one for about $500, a bigger one for like $1,000, which I know is a lot of money, but it would eventually pay for itself, especially if Bitcoin goes up in the next 5 to 10 years, like people predict. This is why I'm a big proponent of green energy, putting solar and wind on stuff, geothermal. There's a lot of great renewable energy out there. So they're using it to mine Bitcoin. This is fantastic. The park, located in the El Shiite hamlet in the municipality of Metapan, Santa Ana, will have a total capacity of 241 megawatts, comprising a combination of solar and wind energy. The project's total investment commitment amounts to $1 billion, with an initial investment of $250 million. Led by key industry leaders in a collaboration with renowned renewable energy technology developers and manufacturers. Gee, why can't we do that in America? As well as global Bitcoin mining experts, Volcano Energy aims to position El Salvador as a prominent global player in the Bitcoin mining industry. Like Max Kaiser said when he was on this show in 2 years ago, you can't change Bitcoin, Bitcoin changes you. The project also seeks to promote energy competitiveness, diversification, and the geographical expansion of the Bitcoin network. The entrepreneurs involved emphasize their unwavering commitment to establishing a global Bitcoin standard. The wait is over. This is their Volcano Energy, which I follow on Twitter. They put it out. Their announcement was in English and Spanish. The energy generation capacity of the project will be divided between 169 megawatts of solar, photovoltaic energy, and 72 megawatts of wind energy, resulting in a combined total capacity of 241 megawatts. It's awesome. This significant milestone paves the way for the establishment of one of the world's largest Bitcoin mining farms, boasting an initial computational power exceeding 1.3 exahashes per second, which is what they refer to as the hash rate. This measure indicates the number of computational operations that a miner or the entire network of miners can perform. Additionally, Tether, the company operating a fintech platform that powers the stablecoin Tether, has announced its participation in the project's first investment fund. Paulo Ardonio, the company's chief technology officer, explained that Tether would provide capital and share their expertise in energy, hardware, and communications. This strategic move by Tether underscores their excitement to be pioneers in renewable energy investments and advisors. They recognize Volcano Energy as a strategic initiative to aim to work closely with Jose Lopez and his team to transform El Salvador into a global force in renewable energy production. So it's not just renewable energy for Bitcoin mining. It should be what the plan is renewable energy for the whole country of El Salvador. And I'm going there the end of June. I'm going to interview people like Max Kaiser. I'm going to see this for myself. I'm going to try to go to this. This hasn't been built yet, but I want to see if I can talk to any of the people from this. And I'm going to raise money to shoot a full documentary in the fall. And the goal here is not, everybody should move to El Salvador. The goal is, hey, everybody, you could do what they're doing in El Salvador where you live. And it didn't start in El Salvador at the capital. It started at El Zonte Beach, if I'm not mistaken. A bunch of surfers who were Bitcoiners got in there and started empowering locals to use Bitcoin. That's why it's called Bitcoin Beach. And there's these little Bitcoin bubbles popping up in El Salvador, in Guatemala, in the Philippines, in Africa. Start one where you live. So this is follows. The Tether is expanding its energy investments, providing capital, tech expertise, and advisory to the new venture Volcano Energy. The potential of El Salvador as the global energy and Bitcoin hub is immense. And at Tether, we're grateful to be part of this opportunity. So look what Tether's doing. The Volcano Energy project not only represents a significant milestone for El Salvador, but also highlights the increasing integration of renewable energy and blockchain technologies. It's something Rosie Tran said on my show a little over a year ago when it was first being brought up about, what about the negative energy impacts of crypto? And she said the crypto community will find a solution for this, and they have. They're doing it. The convergence of the two cutting-edge industries has the potential to revolutionize the energy sector while driving sustainable and responsible cryptocurrency mining practices. As El Salvador embraces the ambitious project, the world will be watching closely, anticipating the country's emergence as a global leader in Bitcoin mining and renewable energy production. And no one has to die. There's no war. And this was also in Reuters. They covered the story in Reuters, right? So this is big. If you don't understand Bitcoin, please learn about it. I have a Bitcoin playlist. Also, you can go to bitcoin.com's YouTube channel. They have a Bitcoin 101. Learn about it. It's the future, everybody. It's the thing that all of us you can take one Bitcoin and divide it up into literally like 1,000,000 little segments. You can buy as little as $10 worth of Bitcoin right now today. I have referral codes below. So thank you for supporting my show. Get knowledgeable, empower yourself. And this is what I like seeing. Helping people financially and sustainable green energy working together. See? And as an activist, having money is not a bad thing. Bitcoin is an actual tool for activism. Because if we on the true left, if we activists had money, we could influence things. Going out in the streets and protesting is great, and it's changed things. It's working. Look, the WGA is striking right now. I just voted for my union, SAG-AFTRA, to authorize a strike, and I might be out on a picket line soon. So, getting out there works, but financial empowerment, if we're all just working crappy jobs, we're at the beck and call of the ruling elites. They want us in debt and poor and barely paying our bills and barely getting by and dependent upon them. They want us. If we're financially independent because we own Bitcoin, they can't get us. And if you own Bitcoin, pull it off the exchanges and get it on a cold wallet. Go learn what a cold wallet is. Anyway, it's not financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinions. Thanks for watching the show. Follow the money, connect the dots, and get the truth. Because the people like the IMF and the central banks and the Federal Reserve, they're not happy that this is happening in El Salvador, which is another reason I love it. So follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Shave your knuckles for justice. And that's how we're going to make Gotham great again. Boom. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood. And go to GrahamElwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a PO box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.